Hello everyone, and welcome back to another video where I give my review of the second season of Thomas and Friends. First broadcast in 1986, it was the first season to have episodes adapted from books by Christopher Awdry. It was narrated by Ringo Starr in both English dubs, with George Carlin re-narrating every episode in the US. With Season 1 having done the hard job of establishing the main 7 characters, Season 2 can now tell more stories of these characters. Season 2 is clearly Edward's best season, as you have Safe from Scrap, Old Iron, and Edward's Exploit all in this season. But I also feel that, from the Allcroft, Ghislaine and Brenner eras at least, this is Thomas's weakest season, and I mean Thomas the character, not Thomas the show. And my reason for this is that all of his main appearances in this season that I can think of off the top of my head are basically him arguing and fighting with Percy. Thomas, Percy and Nicole, they're fighting. Ghost Train, they're arguing. Woolly Bear, they're arguing. After this season, they really start pushing the whole Thomas and Percy are best friends thing. But as they don't interact a great deal in Season 1, this is the first season we really see Thomas and Percy interact, and they're just arguing the whole time, when they're supposed to be best friends. The only other episode I can think of in this season with Thomas as the main character is Thomas Comes to Breakfast. I know I'm going to get a lot of hate for this, but I think that this episode is one of the most overrated in the show, especially from the Allcroft era. It's not a bad episode, I mean it's from the Allcroft era, so it's obviously going to be good. But the decisions made by characters just send it towards the bottom of my list. Like the Fat Controller blaming Thomas when they clearly say in the episode it was the cleaner's fault, and why the station master's wife is cross with Thomas for ruining their breakfast, and she has to cook some more, as opposed to crashing into the house which could collapse at any second. Aside from that, like Season 1, every episode is good. There are no bad episodes. The standout episodes, for me, are Old Iron, Edward's Exploit, and A Close Shave, which brings me on to the new characters. The new characters in this season are Duck, Donald, Douglas, Boko, Daisy, Bill and Ben, Diesel, Trevor, and Harold. All of these are good characters. I think Trevor is the most boring, as there's the least to his character, but he's still good. My personal favourite is Boko, but the best storytelling-wise are Bill, Ben, and Daisy. They were consistently making great stories with these characters as the leads in the Brenner era. This also introduced Duck and Diesel, and a book where they have their rivalry. I really liked the 3-episode story arc about Duck and Diesel. Yes, the ending is a bit rushed and doesn't really feel resolved, but I love the final part. My main complaint, which isn't really a complaint of this season, is that other than briefly in Season 3, they never bring up the rivalry again. I could easily see a Brenner-era style episode, where Diesel is trying to help, or at least not trying to cause trouble, but Duck still not trusting him. This whole rivalry just seems to be ignored after Season 3. And on to the narration. I don't have much to add from my Season 1 review. In my opinion, Ringo Starr and George Carlin are the best narrators in the show's history, and they do an amazing job again in this season. So, what are my overall thoughts on Season 2? Well, I think it's better than Season 1. Not massively, so I still wouldn't say it's a perfect season, but it's a step up from Season 1, although, like Season 1, I'm giving it a 9 out of 10. But yeah, slightly better than Season 1. And my top 10 episodes from 10th to best are Percy Takes the Plunge, Break Van, Bertie's Chase, Duck Takes Charge, The Diesel, Percy and Harold, A Close Shave, Wrong Road, Old Iron, and Edward's Exploit. So there we go, those are my views on Season 2 of Thomas and Friends. But what do you guys think? Make sure to tell me in the comments down below. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to... Okay, I'll talk about the reboot. So, earlier this week, some news was released about the reboot, and it was basically along the lines of the only human character is going to be Sir Topham Hatt, and he's just going to be a bumbling buffoon the whole time. And that's not even the worst part. A quote from Mattel is, "If there are runaway minecarts coming at the train, Thomas doesn't need a driver to make him jump or flip over the minecars." Sorry, did I read that right? Jump or flip over minecars. And apparently the trains can jump off the track and do 180s and 360s now. And the engines are going to be much more childish, and Sodor's going to be a big playground. Just before the news of this reboot came out, I was talking to a friend, and he was poking fun at the fact I still watch Thomas, and brought up Chuggington. I had never seen much of Chuggington, and the last time was probably about 10 years ago, but I remember not liking it much, and just came back saying Chuggington is poor man's Thomas and Friends. One of the main reasons why Thomas is so much better than Chuggington is how well it tells stories. The only episode I remember from Chuggington at all is the episode where the engines learn to change points by themselves, and I was just sitting there thinking, that's not realistic. I think that's a testament to how great the Railway series and classic eras were, that they told amazing stories, but never branched too far away from realism, to the point that they taught a very young child what was realistic and what wasn't. However, every new update we get given about this reboot is bringing Thomas and Friends closer and closer to Chuggington, and soon, Chuggington won't be poor man's Thomas. Thomas will have sunk so low that they will be equal. I'm sorry, but the fact that we had a show that looked like this, and now looks like this, is just depressing. Mattel is doing everything in their power to reduce Thomas to another brain-dead baby train show like Chuggington or Underground Ernie. Okay, so now that's out of the way. Thanks for watching everyone, I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. You can follow me on Instagram by clicking on the link in the description, but that is all for today. I will see you guys next week.